Welcome to lesson 23. Most agents treat showings as a logistics exercise. Open the door, walk through, say something complimentary about the kitchen, and wait for the buyers to decide. Professional agents treat every showing as a structured information gathering session. They're learning what the buyer truly wants, not just what the buyer says they want, so they can find the right home faster and help the buyer make a confident decision when it appears. Here is how to make that shift. Here's the core distinction that changes how you approach every showing appointment. Amateur agents open doors. They follow buyers from room to room, offer surface level observations, and wait passively for enthusiasm to emerge. Then they wonder why their buyers seem perpetually undecided. Professional agents guide decisions. They ask targeted questions at every property, listen for both emotional and logical signals, track patterns across showings, and help buyers develop clarity about what they actually want. Think of each showing as a data point in a long research project. What excited them? What made them uncomfortable? What did they say in the car on the way out? Every piece of feedback is information that serves the next showing. And here's the most important mindset shift. Your goal is never to push a buyer into a home they are unsure about. Your goal is clarity. Help them get clear, and when the right home appears, the decision almost makes itself. 5 questions I want you to ask at every single property and commit these to memory. Question number 1, what is your first impression? Ask this the moment you walk through the front door, before they have had time to analyze anything. The gut reaction is data. Capture it before logic overrides it. Question number 2, what do you love about this? Identify the emotional anchors. When the right home eventually appears, you will use their own words to frame why it is the one. Question number 3, what concerns you? Surface objections early. A buyer who says the kitchen is too small is giving you the exact specification to filter against in your next search. Question number 4, could you see yourself living here? This is the imagination test. A quick, enthusiastic yes tells you something real. A hesitation or silence tells you this is not it. Question number 5, how does this compare to what you are ideally looking for? This calibrates every property on a scale and sharpens your understanding with each showing you complete. 5 questions, every showing, every property, without exception. So here are 3 numbers to give you context on the showing process. 10 homes. That is the average number of properties a buyer views before making an offer. You have approximately 10 showings to learn everything you need to know and find them the right match. Do not waste any of them going through the motions. 3 to 4 showings. That is when the buyer preferences typically begin to crystallize. By the 4th showing, most buyers have clearer insight into their true priorities than they did on day 1. Track every conversation from the beginning. The patterns reveal themselves quickly. 60%. The percentage of buyers who make fundamentally emotional decisions and then justify those decisions with logic afterward. Your job is to serve both sides of that process. validate the emotion, and support the logic. The buyer who feels truly understood makes decisions. The buyer who feels confused or unheard keeps looking and eventually finds an agent who makes them feel understood. Here are 4 best practices when showing homes. Number 1 is arrive first, leave last. Always arrive before your buyers to check the lights, the temperature, and first impressions. Leave after them. Never rush them out of a home they love. Never oversell. If a buyer isn't feeling a home, don't push it. Your job is to listen, not to convince. Pushing erodes trust. Listening will build trust. Take notes after each home. In the car after each showing, jot down their key reactions. Make sure that you understand how they're feeling. At showing number 7, you won't remember what they said in showing number 2. And 4th, the drive between debrief. If you are taking your clients around in their car or in your car, the conversation in the car between showings is pure gold. Ask, so how are you feeling about that home? Let them talk. You listen and you learn. So 5 action steps for lesson 23. Number 1 is to memorize the 5 showing questions and write them on an index card to keep in your car. 2, create a simple showing feedback log. Notes in your phone work perfectly and use it after every property. 3, practice the between showing debrief conversation with a colleague. How do you extract honest, emotional reactions without leading the buyer to an answer? 4, review what you already know about your current buyer's priorities. What have their reaction revealed so far? What do you still need to learn? And number 5, at your next showing, commit to asking all 5 questions at every property. All 5 questions every time. The key takeaway today is that great agents listen their way to the right home. Ask more and talk less. The agent who asks better questions finds the right home faster, earns more referrals, and builds a reputation as someone who truly listens, which in a world of agents who love to talk is genuinely rare. Lesson 24 is next. Writing a winning offer in any market, strategy, speed, and the art of putting together an offer package that wins. We'll see you there.